On February 27th, 2 Israeli settlers were killed by a Palestinian gunman. The next day, Israeli settlers burned down 200 Palestinian buildings in 4 villages on the West Bank, resulting in 1 Palestinian casualty. Just a month later, the Palestinian militant group PIJ launched more than 938 rockets into Israel, killing over 10 people. In response, Israel launched airstrikes on the Gaza Strip, killing 11 people and displacing more than 1,100 others. It is just a fraction of the ongoing series of violence between Israel and Palestine. Why is Israel always at war? Both Jews and Arab Muslims have historical claims to the land, but the current conflict began in the early 20th century. Jews, feeling the need for their own country due to European social and political changes, saw their ancestral homeland as the ideal location. From 1896 to 1948, thousands of Jews migrated to British-controlled Palestine, including many who were forced out of Europe during the Holocaust. Many Arabs viewed the arrival of Jews as a European colonial movement, and the two groups fought fiercely. The British couldn't control the violence, and in 1947, the United Nations decided to divide the land into 2 countries. Almost all of the approximately 650,000 Jews went to the blue area on the map on the right, while the majority of the Arab population, around twice the size of the Jewish community, went to the orange area. The Jewish residents accepted the agreement, but the Palestinians, who saw it as a continuation of a long-standing Jewish attempt to push them out of the land, opposed it. The Arab states of Egypt, Jordan, Iraq, and Syria all later declared war on Israel. By the end of the war, Israel controlled 77% of British Palestine. The 1967 war further intensified the conflict, leaving Israel in control of the West Bank and Gaza Strip. Today, Gaza is governed by Hamas and is under Israeli blockade, while the West Bank is officially under Palestinian Authority control but occupied by Israel. The West Bank is crucial for a potential Palestinian state and is currently home to nearly 3 million Palestinians. Israel gained control of the West Bank in 1967 and allowed Jewish settlers to move in, which Palestinians and the international community see as illegal. Around 500,000 Jewish settlers are living in about 130 settlements in the West Bank, with 75% of them near the Israeli border. These settlements, ranging from large communities resembling suburbs to makeshift outposts, create new facts on the ground that weaken Palestinian ties to the land and blur boundaries. Some settlers even want the whole West Bank to be part of Israel. The settlements and military occupation required to defend them make life really difficult for Palestinians. Palestinians are excluded from certain Israeli-only roads and forced to go through a number of security checkpoints. The presence of these communities adds to the existing tension and hostility between Israelis and Palestinians. Another major point of contention is Jerusalem, which lies on the border between Israel and the West Bank. Both Israel and Palestine claim it as their capital due to its significance in Judaism and Islam. Clashes frequently occur between Israelis and Palestinians in Jerusalem, particularly at Al-Aqsa. In 2018, former US President Donald Trump recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital and relocated the US embassy there. However, this recognition is not widely accepted, as the UN Security Council Resolution 478 condemns Israel's annexation of East Jerusalem as a violation of international law. Despite peace agreements with some Arab nations, negative sentiments towards Israel still persist. Iran, in particular, strongly opposes Israel and periodically threatens to attack. The development of Iranian nuclear weapons further escalates tensions. Israel is concerned that its arch-rival, Iran, is taking advantage of the long-running war in Syria to position its fighters and weapons near Israel's border. As a result, Israel has conducted multiple airstrikes on Syrian airports and military positions over the course of the 11-year war in Syria. In recent months, Israel has been targeting both Iranian-linked figures and infrastructure, including the airports in Damascus and Aleppo. A 2-state resolution could solve the Israel-Palestine conflict, with Palestine controlling Gaza and most of the West Bank, while Israel could retain the rest of the land. However, historical disagreements, Jerusalem disputes, and tensions with other nations make implementation difficult. But it is crucial to persistently work towards it through dialogue and diplomacy.